It is time for the Daily Take. Geraldo Rivera joins us right now. There he is. All right, Geraldo. I want to shift things and talk New York City mayor's race, if that's okay with you. It's always great to see Geraldo.
Sure.
And play one more clip from Trump's 60 Minutes interview. I don't know if you agree with this or not, but when he said this about Cuomo against Mamdani. By the way, Mamdani congratulated Cuomo on the quote-unquote endorsement right away. I said to myself, I think I know what Trump is up to, but maybe not. Here is the president, 60 Minutes, talking about New York City last night. Take a listen.
And I'm not a fan of Cuomo one way or the other, but if it's going to be between a bad Democrat and a communist, I'm going to pick the bad Democrat all the time, to be honest with you.
And then Zohran Mamdani, who's the Democratic Socialist that Trump says is a communist, posted right away, "Congratulations, Andrew Cuomo. I know how hard you worked for this." So my point is, you know the president. I think he knows what he's doing here, which would be to, he knew what the reaction to that would be. Not exactly trying to help out Andrew Cuomo as much as maybe help out Mamdani and give him someone to go after in New York.
No, I think the president was brilliant in that comment. And I also think it's accurate. I agree with it. I'd rather be for a bad Democrat than a communist. Not that I'm saying Mamdani is a communist, but he is a self-professed socialist Democrat. And I think that's the last thing New York City needs right now. But, I think we have to get over it. I think that, those of us who have been waiting for Cuomo to surge or Curtis Lewa to give up his Republican Party run and back Cuomo, those things are not happening. And you're looking at the next mayor of New York. It is extraordinary. It is astonishing to me that here you have a Muslim who is anti-Zionist, who has said some very harsh things about Israel, and has yet rallied many young New Yorkers, many Jewish young New Yorkers, to his side. There's a watershed moment. We old farts have to look at it maybe with dismay, but certainly with astonishment that New York has come this far. I blame a lot of it on Gaza and the way Israel conducted the war in Gaza. I think that's what turned off those young Jewish voters. But also, you have to face facts that Mamdani has rallied the ethnic New Yorkers, the outer boroughs. He has created a moment, an it moment, with his passion and optimism, and God knows we could use a little optimism, Connell.
No, we could, absolutely. I know, I get that 100%. To go back to your point on young voters, we did a thing last hour. I was looking at, all the turnout with the young voters. That there's two demo groups that are young. It starts at 18, but then there's a second one that goes up to 39. I made the point, I don't know if you agree with this or not. It's not, if someone was 39 years old, or is 39 now, they're only 15 on 9/11. And this idea that in the post-9/11 world, if you gave all those credentials that you just talked about, the biography of Zohran Mamdani, and said this guy's going to be mayor, not only his background, but the things he said, a lot of people who were adults back then in New York might have said, well, I'm not so sure, but these people weren't. And I think they have different concerns.
9/11 was a long time ago. You're absolutely right. Now they're worrying about how they can buy their first home.
Right.
And it's crazy. I have two children in New York, have gone through this process. If they didn't have a parental assistance, they never would have been able to be part of the home owning set in New York. It's a real tough road to hoe. If you're a working class person, and many of them, and some of my own family, you get out there and you realize that you can't go to a restaurant. You can't, you stick to DoorDash and low market Uber. But it's really a very, very, very tough thing. It was a generational slip right there.
That's fine. No, I don't think. I know you're in touch with the peeps, Geraldo. We don't have any doubts about that. Absolutely not. Now, we do one last thing. In the closing days of the campaign, this is what it sounds like. Because Trump plays into this, not only with his comments, but his threats. He's going to hold back money from New York, that kind of thing. So here is a little bit of Cuomo and Mamdani closing days of the campaign and what they're saying. Take a listen.
We heard Donald Trump yesterday. He said if Mamdani wins, he's going to cut off funding to New York. He calls him a communist. He'll send the National Guard. We need a mayor who can stand up to Donald Trump.
We have long known that Andrew Cuomo is Donald Trump's puppet in this race. What we did not quite expect is for him to become his parrot in the final days as well.
So what do you expect from Trump if Mamdani wins?
That's total bull. Go
ahead.
I expect him to be a pain in the ass. That's what I expect him to be to New York. He's going to withhold the funds for the tunnels and for the other capital projects that are looming, Penn Station, all the projects that New York needs to thrive going forward. The president will impede, or he will slow down. He's going to play favorites. New York will be the orphan. I know that time may be limited today, but I have to say that it is past time for Democrats to end this shutdown. This shutdown you've made the point. Republicans are jerks. They're unfair and they're racist and whatever it is. But now, it's not about your principal worries. It's about the principle of people being hurt. People are being hurt. Too many people are being hurt. Poor people need these food stamps. They need a Head Start has to stay open.
So what do you think they should do?
We've made the
vote
point.
for the clean bill and then negotiate everything later?
They've got it. Yes, because it is clear Republicans aren't going to budge. They are. You can whatever pejorative you want to apply to the Republican stubbornness. It is not. They are the government. The Democrats have made their points that the Republicans are exposed as selfish and all the rest of it. But now, for goodness sake, it's for the American people. The Democrats have to be the bigger party now. They've got to say, okay, this is what happens when you vote for a Republican president. This is what happens if you get a Republican Congress. They're going to screw the poor people. They're going to screw the black people. They're going to send immigration against the Spanish people. Say anything you want, but open the government, because now Democrats are not helping the very people that they profess to represent and to care about. They are hurting the indigent. They are hurting the young. They're hurting the elderly. It's time to end it now. You made the point. Republicans suck. Get the government open, and you could fight it out down the road.
My guess would be the earliest they'll do it is Wednesday, right after the election, but we'll see. A lot of people talk about this week, but thank you, Geraldo. Great Geraldo Rivera. Let's go back here real quick, and then we'll get some more news.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.